Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be seeing if we can beat Mario Kart Super Circuit without touching a single coin. So basically, there are a lot of coins on the track of Super Circuit. Like, a lot. It's very hard to avoid them. And we are highly encouraged to collect them, because if we hit another driver at 0 coins, we spin out for some bizarre reason. So our goal is to keep this coin counter at 0. At the beginning of every race, we start off with 1 to 5 coins, so we have to get hit instantly to lose them. So with that, let's get into the video. And before we start, I just want to tell you guys to subscribe, because it really helps the channel and helps me out a lot. So thanks in advance. And also check out my merch in the description. There's a lot of stuff, so maybe you'll find something you like. So let's get on to the video. Starting off with the Mushroom Cup and Peach Circuit, I finally realized how hard this challenge was actually going to be. If I don't get hit within the first 10 seconds of a race, I have to retry. And for some reason, you only get 3 retries in a single cup. So I have to kind of get hit first thing perfectly every single time. Aside from playing the catch-up game, this course was relatively easy and we can move on to the next one without much trouble. Now Shy Guy Beach is extremely annoying. There are a lot of coins on this track, and they're pretty spread out, so it's very easy to touch some. But with some careful maneuvering, you can complete this course with ease. However, I played kinda sloppily trying to avoid all the coins, so I only got 3rd. I hope this is enough to keep us in 1st so we can get the gold trophy, because that's our goal for this challenge, to get gold trophies in every single cup. Now Riverside Park was where stuff really started to get difficult. There are a lot of coins on this track. It's very difficult to maneuver around them. And getting hit once puts you all the way to the back, and I kept getting hit by everything. And another problem is that drifting just isn't beneficial anymore, because I keep running into coins. Maybe I'm just bad at Super Circuit, even though I played this a lot, but it's just that I keep running into so many coins while trying to drift, because you can't really control yourself when you're drifting. So I'm going to try and drift as little as possible throughout the rest of this challenge. But thankfully, with some good item luck and a bunch of stars, we managed to get 1st again. But this challenge is really starting to get difficult. We're only on the 1st cup. Now Bowser's Castle 1 was extremely difficult. First of all, there's coins all over the place, and in the main paths you're supposed to take, so I have to constantly maneuver around them, but I'm constantly picking up coins, so I have to restart. And it's very difficult to lose the coins at the beginning of the race because the racers blast past you, so there's no chance to hit them. This course was extremely difficult, so I only managed to get 2nd on it, losing to Donkey Kong. So we successfully finished this cup without touching a single coin, and we got gold. Now let's see if the next cup treats us as good as this one. Now the first course in the Flower Cup is Mario Circuit. And this one wasn't really that bad compared to the other ones. There wasn't really that many coins on the track, and the ones that were on the track were easy to avoid. And since I made little to no mistakes during the entire track, I managed to get a pretty good lead and I secured 1st place. And next up is Boo Lake. And this course is very, very difficult. There are so many coins that you have to avoid. You cannot take this section because if you do, then you'll just fall because you can't avoid the coins. There's so many parts where you have to dodge and weave around coins, and your drifting is uncontrollable, so you could barely drift in this course either. After a lot, and I mean a lot of trial and error, I was able to get 1st place. And Cheeseland was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. There's a few coin patches here and there, but if you just drive carefully, you can avoid most of them. And to be honest, there really isn't that many coins on this track as I thought there was going to be. And a funny thing to mention is that somehow I got a star on this course in 2nd place. So it was nice having that as protection in 1st place. So using our star, we were able to get 1st place easily. And the final course is Bowser's Castle 2. And this course was about as hard as the first one. There's not that many coins anymore, but since I kinda suck at Super Circuit, the jumps are very difficult to make. And keep in mind, I'm playing this on a Pro controller, not a Game Boy Advance which I usually play on, so it was significantly harder. So I had to basically learn the controls as I went, because I never play on Switch Online. But other than that, this course, while being very difficult, the coins weren't that hard to avoid. There were just a lot of tight jumps you had to make. So I only managed to get 3rd, because I did not play well at all. But we got 1st overall, so that's great. We finished this cup with a gold trophy. So let's move on to the Lightning Cup. So the first course we're going to tackle in the Lightning Cup is Luigi Circuit. And this one honestly wasn't that bad. There are a lot of coins in this course, but it's just so wide and not really that difficult that you can easily avoid all of them. As long as you're just paying attention and you make jumps every so often, you'll be able to avoid every single one. Due to an extremely lucky star, I was able to get first place. Next up is my favorite Super Circuit track, Sky Garden. And to be honest, there really aren't any coins in this course. There's like 3 lumps of coins you have to worry about. Other than that, you can just play the course normally and you'll win. I got first on this course relatively easily. Next is Cheap Cheap Island, and while there are a lot of coins on this track, most of the coins are in rows, so you can easily just drive around them. And the ones that are in groups, you can either go around or jump over, so they're not really much of a threat. So again, I got first place. But at this point in the challenge, I was starting to get really sick of this music. Just listen to this. Why does it have to be this annoying when you have 0 coins? So I just popped in my own music and I continued on with the challenge. And the last course in this cup is Sunset Wilds, and this one was actually kind of difficult. There are a lot of coins on this track, and they're kind of hard to avoid, so I had to keep going off-road, and that would cause racers to pass me, making it even harder to catch up. But with a lot of lucky item pulls, I was able to catch up and secure first place again. So we finished this cup with first place in every single track, and of course, 0 coins. Let's see how the Star Cup is for us. First up for the Star Cup is Snowland, and this course was very annoying. There weren't that many coins, but the ice physics did not help at all avoiding the coins. There were some times where I ran into coins when I was steering in the complete opposite direction. That's how annoying the ice is. But thankfully, there's like 1 line of coins in this entire course, but unfortunately Bowser passed us like near the end of lap 3, so we only got 2nd place. Hopefully we can avenge ourselves with the other courses. And Ribbon Road was extremely annoying. There are a lot of speed boosts in this course, and when you hit a speed boost, it's kind of uncontrollable, so you can't really control where you're going, and you'll probably land into some coins. I have touched coins so many times in this course and had to restart, it's not even funny. There are so many coins in this track. I was actually starting to get very annoyed with this, because it was next to impossible to avoid every single coin. But with a lot of retries, I actually managed to complete this course in 2nd, which hey, I'll take it, because this was extremely difficult. Thankfully, Yoshi Desert was a lot wider, and the coins you had to avoid weren't nearly as annoying as the last course. Most of the coins were in groups anyway, so it really wasn't that annoying to avoid them, you just had to be very careful with your movement. So we were able to complete this course with ease and get first place. And Bowser's Castle 3 was one of the worst courses we have played so far. Look at these coins, how in the world am I supposed to avoid these? All the coins are placed in the most obnoxious spots humanly possible. It is so difficult to avoid these coins, and on top of that, you have to catch up from last place. It took a lot of tries to avoid all these coins, and when I'm avoiding the coins, I'm falling in lava. It's probably because I suck at this game, but it is very hard not to fall in lava and avoid the coins, and while catching up. So this course was very difficult. I retried at least 8 times. And when you hit 3 retries, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the cup. So I ended up just practicing this in quick run, and then once I got it down, I went back to the Grand Prix. And after memorizing where the coins were, this course really wasn't that bad after. So after avoiding all the coins, I managed to get first place. So we actually squeaked out first place of this cup. That was pretty close. There's only 1 cup left, so let's see if we can beat it. And will Mario Kart Super Circuit actually be possible without touching a single coin? We'll see after this cup. First up is Lakeside Park, and already 3 seconds in, I knew this course was going to be terrible. It is so hard to avoid this first coin patch, because all the racers are constantly bumping you around, so they caused me to bump into the coin patch, making me collect coins. It took me about 3 tries not to hit that coin patch first thing. And then, there's a bunch of speed boosts with coins on the edge of them, so we had to avoid that, and there's a bunch of coins littered all over the track. So we were able to avoid some patches, but most patches are wicked wide too and cover the entire track, so we have to constantly go in the off-road. And this causes us to fall even more behind because we're in the off-road. And this is the special cup, so all the CPUs are as hard as they'll get in 50cc. But by some miracle, I pulled a star at the last item set, and I was able to get first place. This course was really hard, and this gets me worried for the rest of the special cup. But let's continue on. Next up is Broken Pier, and this one was actually kind of difficult. Not for the reason you might think. There aren't really that many coins on the track, and the ones that are can be annoying at times, but they're mostly easy to avoid. The track itself is the issue. This is kind of a difficult track, and I was falling off constantly. Again, I'm probably just bad, but I fell off at least 10 times this entire track. This was a very difficult track, but thankfully I took the shortcut during the last lap and I was able to get first place. I was pretty surprised too, I know. And now it's time to go over to Bowser's Castle 3, and I was pretty worried about this track. Most of the coins are out of the way in this track, and if they are in the way, you could easily just jump over them. So this course wasn't really much of an issue compared to the other Bowser's Castles, and I was pretty surprised by that, because I thought this course would be wicked challenging. But it wasn't, so we were able to squeak out first place. And the final course, Rainbow Road, wasn't really that difficult surprisingly. There are a few coins you have to avoid, but as long as you're just careful and pay attention, and of course jump over them, you'll be fine, and you won't really touch any of the coins. So with that, we actually finished the cup with first place. And I can confirm it is indeed possible to beat Mario Kart Super Circuit without touching a single coin. This challenge was really time consuming and burned me out. Maybe I shouldn't have done this in one sitting, but it was very fun to do, and I had a blast with it. Maybe I'll attempt it with Super Mario Kart. If this video gets 50 likes, then I'll do that. And with that, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe and become a channel member if you want to see videos like this early. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Thank you.